Hello, welcome back to part 4 of Slay the Princess. In the last part, we tried just being real bloodthirsty with it, and then, you know, I'm not gonna say it backfired because we ended up making her turn into a really cute ghost, and I thought she was great. Very cute. Unless she got angry, then she got a little horrific, but Other than that, she was really cute. In this part, we're probably going to take a little bit of a different approach, so I'll see you guys at the end of the video. Hope you enjoy.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to...
Viva la revolution!
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Okay, let's go in the cabin. Maybe this time I won't take the knife.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The blade is your implement.
Nah, let's go.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Ooh, it's different.
It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
We can say, I'm here to save you, or we can lie and say, I'm here to save you. I'm here to save you!
Do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really?
It's really good.
You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
And then maybe we'll kiss?
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever.
Ooh, forever.
I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
And I'm about to break. I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Well, she's not quite that horrific yet, but maybe next time we go to, like, that weird zone where time does not exist, we'll be like, how about a smooch, though? I keep bringing you gifts and vessels, so, like, maybe a little smooch? And then the vessel, or the Eldritch Horror will be like, I don't have lips to smooch with. I'm mostly hands. And then it'll make, like, the hand puppet and be like, mwah! You know, it's kind of hard to see, but, like, when people draw 2 eyes, that's how that'll go. We'll get all the hand kisses.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
It was just a little kiss? Mwah? You could get a lot of kisses from that weird hand Eldritch Horror demon thing. Has a lot of hands.
No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Yeah. I mean, they're pretty cute, though. This princess is pretty cute. Who doesn't have a crush on at least one fictional character? I'm going to check upstairs.
I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Oh, you dillhole.
Is someone else here?
Let's try it.
But it's locked from the outside.
Let's return.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
They could kill me, but it's
I
fine.
heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah,
There's a
it's
slight
unfortunate.
panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
Yeah, because you're buff as hell, right?
She barely hesitates before raising
Oh.
her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped
Well, I didn't
wolf.
expect that as the immediate turn, but you know. Alright. Gross. But good for you.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
I'm gonna save the princess.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
We're just doing a little bit of saw action here.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp.
Ew.
It takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
Now you rip the bottom of her dress, you rip a piece off of there and tie it around as a tourniquet, and also make a bandage out of it so to stop the bleeding, right? That would be the good idea.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
She's in shock, clearly. Can't you
Thank
tell?
you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
Okay, so what are
As
you
the
gonna
princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
do? Hey, I'm the one in control here. This isn't fair.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Oh. Well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 options. 12. So many. Warn her. Oh. I'm glad I scrolled. Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
You're not making it very easy, dude. Okay, now we have resist.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn
He didn't specify how we had to move it. We could just, like,
Princess takes a cautious
wiggle our
step
arm
forward.
around. Or we could just stab ourselves. It'd be fine.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you
I am a
doing?
lizard man.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
Okay.
For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful
I hate her
death
little
is some sort of
nub.
heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
They really said, we made you cut off her arm, so we have to really make sure you see it. See it? See it? See the nub? Look at it. It's gonna be in almost every picture we show of her. This narrator really didn't have to go this hard about it.
I'm sorry.
Okay, now she does... That face is almost bordering happy, but I know it's meant to be like her freaking out and trying not to look.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
No, clearly not.
Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
You did this just to be cruel.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
Poor little baby.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay. Ah, chapter 2, the damsel.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Good.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Good. Oh, you bastard, you're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time.
Liar.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Okay.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
Yeah.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically.
He's so
Sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
What can
Here
I
we
say?
go. Getting a
world
little
without love
kiss.
is a world that isn't worth saving.
Why should I bother doing
Those are
anything?
two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
Self-voicing enabled.
Oh.
Chapter 2. Self-voicing disabled.
I actually pressed a button.
You were the one who did us in, villain. Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her. Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price.
Oh, you don't know that. You don't know what I've seen.
I beg to differ.
Hell yeah, I beg to differ too.
I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations.
Nah, I don't have that. Sorry.
Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything?
Why do you make me sound so
It
dumb?
sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
Don't make me sound dumb. I'm smart.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
Yeah! If I had to choose between letting the world end or slaying my partner, I would definitely choose world end, because I don't think I could kill a person, for one. Just not something I feel capable of doing. But for two, who gives a shit?
She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme. Convoluted.
Good word choice.
I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
I don't think so.
That's right, you can't stop all of us. We're going to sweep her off her feet if it's the last thing anyone does. Are these really the sorts of people you'd like to align yourself with? You're not at the cabin yet. You still have plenty of time to reflect on the situation. I just hope for all our sakes that you make the right call.
Bet. Proceed to the cabin. We must go save our princess.
Before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in... We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in. I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice. I do, but I also speak from the heart.
I thought he was talking to the narrator.
My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
So based on the voice of the Smitten, we're supposed to go in there and profess our love, and it's gonna go really good.
And elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I think we take the blade? Do we take the blade? I don't know if we take the blade. I don't know why I'm saving either. I've only used one of these so far, but I think we don't take the blade. We didn't take it the first time.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall.
Gotta touch every mirror.
How ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago. And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place and now we'll never know.
A feather?
Can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
We have feathers? Are we a bird, man? I thought we were a reptile, but maybe we're a bird. Maybe we're a dinosaur. Maybe we're like a velociraptor. Or whatever velociraptors were in Jurassic Park. Let's just go.
The door to
We're
the
a feathered
basement
dinosaur.
creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight.
Hell yeah.
But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Hell
Yes,
yeah.
for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
She's cuter than
There's
before.
a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Hell yeah, that's the way to be, man.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're
She's
dashing.
definitely baby in this version.
And she called us a hero.
Damn, she really knows what's up.
Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
Hell yeah, it does.
Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before. That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
Hell yeah, we do.
We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise. Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
And my job is to save her. I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
She's fine. She's fine.
We won't
with
be
it.
laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
And then it's just pop, and the chains
Why
are
are
off.
you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird? She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behaviour and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
It was extremely unfair.
Me was pushed to such drastic action. It was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
Hell yeah. Thanks, babe.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent.
I knew you'd
An
understand.
almost unsettling extent, actually.
Shut up.
That's because she's perfect.
Yeah.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. It's no one else like me. I think he's
That's
right.
not true.
Because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
So, what happened after I
You
died?
died, and now we're talking.
Okay. That sounds great. You killed me last time. It hurt a lot. Why did you do that?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Well, you could have been more precise about it.
Did we? We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling
As
her
much
to
as
kill
I
us.
agree with the Smitten
She
voice,
is our beloved.
I wish he was a
made the
little,
choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy,
little
and
more
make
concise.
the best decision for everyone. She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
Did you end the
I
world?
don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips. Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
Let's see. I have no feelings one way or
To
the
being
other.
honest, I can't believe that the fate of the entire world has been left in the hands of a nihilist.
Me
The princess shifts in uncomfortable confusion.
Oh, she only knows what to do if we
too.
tell her.
I don't care.
Good.
She wasn't confused for long. If she doesn't care, then clearly she didn't end the world. It would take a great desire for evil to do something so inconceivable, and our dearest has not an ounce of cruelty within her. All is well, and it's high time we rescued our beloved.
Okay.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon.
Oh. Well, I'm glad I didn't grab a weapon
Not
then.
on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Yeah.
You wouldn't.
Wanna bet?
I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings, and doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
It does
Approach
fit
the
right over
princess
her
and
hand.
Gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
Look how baby she
I
is.
told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace.
Ugh.
If only you
Ugh.
had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back, and everyone out there would be saved.
Nah, I'm
Luckily
good.
for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
He's sickening.
What do we do now?
We leave. We leave.
Sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last
Aw,
hopes
baby.
of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with.
She's thrilled.
You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
Yeah, it isn't fair. It's quite rude, in fact. Quite unfair.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
Our passions run
You've
deeper
never
than
been
anything
in love.
you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
I'm gonna.
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
The hero's given up. He's given up. He's like, you're going with the Smitten guy? Okay, sure. I think we can open it if we try together.
Okay. Yeah.
Because nothing
do
can
it.
stop our true love.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door. Together. Blech. And
And
the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
hell yeah.
I told you our love was insurmountable. You and the princess make your way upstairs, and the blade, that's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
Making saves that I will never use. I'm not doing
You're
that.
enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
Good, I hate you too. Get bent.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin. And then you step outside. A happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go?
We're gonna get sucked into a void.
Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
But you don't get the chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory
She's gone.
returns.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
It's cool. Just go to the mirror. It's all good.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
Nah. Voices feel small, distant as you approach. Gaze. Silence it as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Ooh, we're like kind of skinny and weird looking. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there.
Okay.
Do you know what we'll find out there?
No. Is that rhetorical?
Rhetorical. I am not rhetorical. I have only known these spaces, and I have known flickers of the lives you've brought me, short and violent and full of passion. But all of those flickers end where the long quiet begins.
Cool.
I'm asking you because I cannot know your mind. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Is anything real?
Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
So what do you think? Good
This
vessel,
one is
right?
soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart.
So we got fierce, understanding, and gentle. Right? The artist of this game just did a generally amazing job. And I do like that to some extent you can see like sketch lines and like it's not perfect. I think that adds a lot to the character of it and allows it to be a little more like loose in its style in general.
Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Neat. Do you have a narrator?
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does, and when we do, he's gonna have answers for us.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth.
Nice.
The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
How many more vessels?
One. Whatever you bring me next will be enough.
Oh, one more.
And then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A final multitude.
Well, that's perfect. Let's, go back. And
next time I
then
see you,
we'll do a quick
each of us
BRB
will
and get the
finally
last
know what
vessel
we are.
after that.
I will be here, waiting for you.
And that was part 4 of Slay the Princess. Kind of just like went completely the opposite way with it in to some vein, I guess. You know, we didn't come in like super hot, like, well, time for murder. So we ended up with Voice of the Smitten, who, I mean, I get it. She's cute. And the version of her we started with was pretty cute, so he was into her. But so that's who we ended up with. We ended up with, you know, a nice, cute little princess, and adding her to our, Eldritch Horror? I don't know what to call her. I don't know, that's the vessel we got. But it did get a little weird. She ripped off her own arm. That was a little weird. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe maybe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!